Houston Rockets fans, it is All Star Weekend, and that means our guys finally get some rest. They finished what 7 losses out of 11 games at the end.
Yeah, that injury bug got us pretty good.
Yeah, it was one after another. Fred, Jabari, of course, Shingun got a little stinger. Um, it was
Tari and Steven Adams don't play back to backs, and we had a ton of back to backs.
yeah, it
Jalen
was.
has a leg contusion. A man got popped in the lip.
Wasn't pretty. They get their rest. Of course, Shingun's in the All Star game. Amin and Reed Shepard played in the skills or the rookie and sophomore games. Amin got invited to play in the All Star game on Candace's team, so he'll be playing some stuff. Everybody else though, rest up, enjoy the weekend, enjoy your family time. Um, but all in all, I mean, the team's looking still
I give
got
it. I give the first half of the season a letter grade of a B plus.
okay.
Well, you can't get an A because
Yeah,
you just fucking lost 7 of 11.
you lost to
Like
Brooklyn twice. Yeah, that was
yeah, you started okayish, and then you got stupid hot, and then you limped into the All Star break.
they're sitting fourth right now, 34-21, right behind Thunder, Grizzly, and Nuggets.
Yes,
So you got the Lakers and Clippers and the Timberwolves behind you. So
I'm
it,
gonna attribute injury to half of why we were bad.
yeah,
So I feel like we're still like in that 2 to 4 range for this season. I don't know where we'll finish the season, but like for the first half, we were one of the top 4 teams in the West the whole time.
yeah,
And then also like I can't give you an A because there's deficiencies specifically on the offensive side, and I've yet to see them be fixed. So
yeah. I mean, seeing Amin Thompson start, we wanted to see that, but we said it at one point that it looked like he was gassing a bit.
he
Uh,
said he was.
yeah, and then Fred not being there, inbounding the ball and everything like that, you can see where that's important.
It's Fred at the end of games is way important than we realized till he wasn't there. Like
Yeah,
there's just not a other leader on that team on offense. Like
that game with Brooklyn where Amin threw the ball in and they scored again and took the lead. I was like, oh gosh. I mean, the last game, Ime took all the starters out, and when they asked him, "Would you put him back in?" He's like, "No, it
nope,
didn't even cross my mind. Didn't
nope.
cross my mind
We
at all."
in theory he probably should have because there was a chance we might have won if he did.
Yeah,
But also like they didn't deserve it. Them third stringers deserve to be in there because they
yeah,
caught us up
yeah. I mean, looking
for
at it,
the first half, bro. The MVP of the first half to me is Amin Thompson.
yeah,
When he was coming off the bench, he was the best bench player we had. And then he comes as a starter, and he's the most productive starter we have. He
yeah,
gives you position versatility, and he could start anywhere you need him. Like he was the most valuable player to me.
he had triple doubles. He had double doubles. He had high scoring games. Game winner against Boston. Phenomenal defense. Ime broke
Defensive
the record.
player of the
Yeah, like the dude is like legit. Like we've said it. Well, you were probably one of the first ones in the city that was on the Amin Thompson train. And then we've been gassing him up on, and then it looks like now the national media is starting to like keep their eye on him. But the dude for sure, Jabari goes out, he steps up as a starter, has stepped in. No matter what Ime needs him, he does it. But
mm-hmm.
also that's why we come down to where he's tired because it's like, dude, your minutes went skyrocketed up because your production was doing good, but now it's starting to straggle down a bit. Which it happens, I get it.
I mean, the dude's playing 40 minutes a night, guarding. I mean, it's top shelf, elite defense the whole time. And he's just getting some of the easiest buckets in the world being energetic. So, like, I get it. You're tired. I don't care how young you are.
Yeah,
You're going to get tired doing that shit every day.
in the NBA, yeah,
In
it's
the NBA, the best basketball in the world. It was dope, though. Like, Amin looked good. I mean, the importance of Fred is there. Our biggest weapon on the whole team is depth, obviously, because we've reached deep into the bag for players, and they play. I mean, we beat Toronto because Jeff Green went off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So yeah.
It's just random shit like that. We've had games because Tate went off.
Williams went off the last game and we almost came back.
I was gonna say he went off against Golden State. Yeah, I mean, like I don't fault Ime. Like I sometimes you just have to go with what's working.
Yeah.
I mean, and if I think about it, it's kind of a lazy way of coaching because you're just looking for the hot hand. But I get it because sometimes we struggle to score. I'm going to put out whoever's making shots. But then I
Yeah.
wonder, like, if Ime has that philosophy, is it detrimental to the development of a young player?
I think to a point, but there's also a point where it's like I guess he's trying to teach them a mindset purpose of it
That's true.
because like there's a part that stuck with me where and it has nothing to even do with the Rockets. It's actually funny. It was Will Anderson talking about D'Amico, and he was
Mm-hmm.
like, D'Amico doesn't talk to us like if he's a coach, like, oh, I'm just here for this moment. Like he's like, no, I'm coaching you because I plan to be here long term. And
Mm-hmm.
also, whoever takes over, if it does happen, you're going to be ready for no matter what happens
I
afterwards.
just wonder sometimes if, for instance, like the development of Cam.
Yeah,
I feel like if he was on any other team, he'd be getting 30 something minutes and we have more notoriety. Because Cam, if we're being honest, he really isn't a liability on defense. He gives you effort. He don't always make the best decision, but he gives you effort. And
yeah,
on offense, he's the best spark plug we have because he don't give a shit about nobody else and their fair share of shots. He's going to try to score. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
yeah,
if that Joker was on another team, I think he'd be getting a lot of praise. And he just quietly just sits on our bench and does what he does when they ask him to do it. And then sometimes I'll be like, bro, I don't give a shit what Cam is doing. Like, we can't score. Just put him out there to throw the ball at the rim.
yeah. He'll go up there, try to dunk it on somebody. He'll go up there and shoot the ball. Like you don't give no fuck. He's like a young J.R. Smith out there, dude.
I really just believe it has the way, like, the Rockets will only do as good as their attitude will allow them. Because I think when they're engaged in what we do, then we can stop anybody and then we score easily off defense. Because,
Yeah,
like, there ain't nobody on the Rockets who's been, other than really a men, and you could say Jalen did it for like 6 weeks, that stayed hot.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like early in the season, there was games where like Tari was on fire, Fred wasn't doing shit, and then Fred got on fire, and then like Dylan Brooks had like 2 weeks where he could miss three, and then he went like a week where he fucking couldn't airball a shot because he was looking
yeah,
the wrong way. You know what I mean? So I think like when the team is engaged and it's flowing, that's how the players start like playing freely. That's our style of play because we don't fucking run an offense.
yeah. It's just go. Hey.
It's like 99% of the league runs of some variation of the pick and roll except for us.
Like, we don't need that.
Nope. And I could tell you exactly why that is because we have a center that doesn't understand the responsibilities of pick setting. But, that's neither here nor there. We'll criticize him later because he's an all star.
It's like it sucks because it's like I'm bitter. Like I'm so happy we have an all star. I'm happy for him that he is an all star because at the beginning of the season he deserved it. But going into the next half of the games, I'm hoping when Fred VanVleet comes back, Jabari comes back, some of the stuff that was happening these last 11 games isn't happening.
It's on
The
Ime. It's on Ime. Because let me tell you why. This old bullshit. For like 2 weeks, all I could hear is like they love the two big rotate lineup against Dallas. It's like that's not a too big lineup. That is a fucking power forward and a center. A
yeah,
power forward and a center, the way it should be. They're playing a 7 footer and a 7 footer. You don't hear them. You know what I'm saying? Sengun it's up to Ime to match up against people. Meaning, like, if you know Sengun's getting fucking dogged out there, dog, put him at power forward and get him out of the game. Like,
yeah,
don't wait till it's too late. Like, we know what he's gonna do on defense. He's just not gonna protect the rim, and he's probably not gonna rebound very well when he's trying to defend. So just get him the fuck at power forward or bring Steven Adams or Landale in. Because when they're getting minutes, we have energy. Like our team is built to play with a big man who protects the rim.
I mean, even Jacques Landale, we call him the poor man's center, but like he said, he goes, when shit hits the fan, I'm called upon to go. And it's like that Dallas game was Exhibit A. Anthony Davis was giving the work to Sengun. If anybody wants to argue, that's fine. You can go to YouTube and look it up. Before he got hurt, he was like 9 for 9.
No, that fool had like 26 and 14 in the first half on Sengun. He
Yeah.
gave that boy the work.
Yeah. And then that was like, okay, that you could see like when Landell's in there, even if he fouls, it's like you're at least going up to contest the shot. You're at least spacing the ball. I know if the ball hits you at that 3-point line, you're going to shoot it.
Yes.
Like you're not going to hesitate. And it's like if I'm that same way with Jalen, if I'm that same way with Jabari, with all these dudes, shoot the damn ball. It's wide open. Sengun,
Mm-hmm.
shoot the damn ball. I don't want to see a wide open shot. You don't shoot it. You pass it to the guy that's defended. He passes it back to you, and then you shoot an air ball because the guy's defending you now. That's the dumbest stuff
Mm-hmm.
like I could see.
I just feel like this. I think for sure you're a playoff team without getting into the play-in tournament. I think the pressure should be on Sengun and Jalen. Like I'm tired of defending one of you motherfuckers and criticizing the other.
Oh,
I'm sick of it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
It,
sink or swim. If not, then we could use one of you fuckers to trade for a superstar.
Yeah, one of you needs to move the fucking meter. Like, and hey, I'm gonna step the hell up on these moments because that game against Anthony Edwards, when Ime was like, "Oh yeah, if we had that, a guy that can go out there and get those buckets, then we do it." And it's like people were arguing like, "Oh, that's a shot at Jalen, that's a shot at Sengun." I was like, "That's a shot at both of them."
Yes.
I was like, you're supposed to be 1-2. I was like, you want to be treated like Tatum and Brown and these other duos and all that stuff. You're both going to get that because that is to both of you. Either side that wants to argue either or, you're both right. It's both of them.
That's the pressure that goes on Jalen. You get to the basket real easily. Go to the fucking basket with intent. Like
Yeah.
have a plan. You don't have to have a plan move, but don't just jump and throw the fucking ball at the rim because that's why you're not getting calls. Go towards the rim, take your bumps. You tried to make the basket a little bit better than just throwing the rim off the fucking backboard. You're probably going to get more calls.
Yeah.
That's how Anthony Edwards gets more open.
Yeah.
Because Anthony Edwards, I mean, he's a better player than Jalen Green, but Jalen Green has the skill set to where he can elevate. I feel that way.
When he goes uphill, it's hard for defenders to guard that. Like most of the time when he's going into the paint and he's going uphill, he blows by them easily. And
Yes.
sometimes they'll foul him hard and all that stuff. But like I agree, like the times when he wants to make it, he'll go up there and he'll make the layup and get an and one
A
on
lot of
stuff. But
times
then,
he's going in there, he's like,
yeah,
and throw the fucking ball at the rim.
yeah,
It's like, what are you doing, bro? You haven't got that call all day. What do you makes you think you're gonna get it now?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just go up with the ball and try to slap the backboard. You're gonna get that fucking call.
yeah.
Shoot the free throws. Fuck it. That's
Force
another
him.
thing. Both of them bastards, specifically Sengun, they get better at their clutch free throws because he is terrible.
Yeah. If I had to flip a coin on either one of them in clutch situations on free throws, I would kind of be like, ugh.
Jalen only got 2 missed clutch free throws for the year. I think
Yeah.
he was like 12 for 14. Sengun was something like 7 for 22 or something.
No, yeah,
Like,
Sengun's free throws are terrible. If anybody
dude,
tries to,
Golden State played Haka Sengun the other day.
I
That's how
know.
they stopped our momentum. That's pathetic.
Yeah, that's all the. Either way, I need both of you fools to come in hot, come in prepared because I need you to lead this damn team in the. If you're gonna do any damage in the playoffs and get there, your two-headed monster needs to do something. And
I think Fred is the key, bro. Fred keeps
yeah,
Sengun in check to an extent as far as like decision making, and then that just gives Amin and Jalen a chance to play, like to
yeah,
be athletic, to be the wings, to go. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, they may not be the number one option, but they're putting up very efficient numbers and just fucking the game up for the other team. That's what we were about. And there you got the whole time Jabari and Dillon just doing Jabari and Dillon stuff.
The fact that people were like, we should have traded Jabari is dumb.
Yeah, I
The
don't.
fact that, yeah,
I get so pissed off when people don't recognize his value. It's like this dude. If you're basing your his value on that he was the number 3 pick, that's fucked up because like he's not getting number 3 pick opportunities on this team. We have
yeah,
two other dickheads who are trying to be the number 1. Yet this guy still comes out there, puts up efficient numbers. He's probably the second best or arguably the best defender on the team. I think Amin is, but whatever. Uh, but this dude has amazing numbers. He don't ever run a play for him. I can't remember one play for Jabari.
yeah. He goes out there, does that nitty gritty stuff and that's what it is. He does that stuff that nobody talks about unless people that actually watch basketball be like, damn, see that shit? He got that extra, he gave that extra little hustle for that tip ball so that Sengun could get the rebound. Or he dived for the ball right there and got that ball and it went out and Dillon Brooks ran the fast break over there with Jay. Like that shit that we pay attention to, but I notice with other people, they don't. They'll be like, bro, look at the stat sheet. He didn't. I was like, bro, fuck the stat sheet. He was guarding that dude and he put the clamps on him. And yes, the guy scored on him. But you can tell when it's a contested hard shot and it's like, hey, damn, I got to give it to you, bro. Like,
On ball. Amin Thompson, I believe, is better than Jabari.
yeah,
As it pertains to being a big man, being the back line of defense, calling defense, putting position, calling out switches, hedging screens, and all that, nobody on our team is even close to Jabari. Nobody.
yeah,
Like, that's the importance of Jabari. He truly understands defensive basketball. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, that shit is so underrated for him. Like, the dude just don't fuck up on defense. That's why when he's playing, bro, like, I mean, you just don't fuck around and leave him standing there either because he's going to make it.
He ain't afraid to shoot it. He'll shoot it now. Now, dribbling is a little something else, but he does his shit. I mean, all in all, I think your score that you gave him, the B, is a very,
Yeah, because there's definitely room for improvement, but I'm not going to act like you didn't do above and beyond what I thought you were.
yeah, I
Like
mean,
you're a B plus.
we were hoping they would be a play-in team, and here we are,
Exactly.
fourth. Yeah,
Exactly.
we're like,
But
damn.
now I've seen what you could be and how you affect the league, and I've seen you do it not only against the league, I've seen you do it against the best. Bro, y'all fucked up Cleveland twice, Memphis,
And
OKC, and Boston in like 8 days.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It was beautiful. And I'll say this because people will forget about it. I will not let this be forgotten. The performance of the year. I don't care about a men's triple doubles. I don't care about Jabari's 42 or whatever the fuck he had. The game that Tari Easton played against Golden State when we were down by 30 and we caught up and lost in overtime is some of the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. I never seen a motherfucker in my life play anything that hard before. Ever. Ever. And
yeah.
I'm glad he was on my team. He ain't done shit since then, but whatever.
Tari's one of those dudes. Like, I want you to stay healthy so I can really see you do well because I know what you do for this
Oh,
team.
that's one. You never hear me talk shit about Tari. You know why? Because there's two things I know for sure. Tari's a gamer and Tari's ready. As long
Yeah,
as you're ready to play, he's the kind of dude to fuck a playoff series up.
yeah.
He
He's real.
reminds me. He reminds me of like a Boris Diaw kind of dude. Like
Yeah,
you overlook him because there's so much other stuff going on, and then before you know it, this dude done won 2 games for him. It's
yeah.
like shit.
Doing the things that he just out there doing. He gonna have one of those games where it's gonna be like I'm gonna use that Josh Smith game for where he just goes in and he's
Yeah,
just fucking fire,
yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Like if anybody gonna do it, it's probably gonna be him because and they'll feed the shit out of him. That's what I love about it. And they're like, "Oh, you hit him? Oh, bet I go, go." That's what I love about it. They're like that day Dillon Brooks hit all those damn threes. They were like, "Shoot it, bro! Shoot the damn ball." I was like, we need to get back to that. I think the long
I would
road
like to
trip
see. I would
is
like
gonna
to
be,
see Dillon the villain come back though.
yeah. He's been arguing with a lot of the guys on the
Well, he
team.
been starting shit, but he been losing because he
Yeah,
started with Ant Man and he fucked us up. He started with KD and luckily we held him off. But like, I
yeah,
don't like the fact that our most aggressive player out there right now is Reed Shepard.
yeah. The rookie's like, bro, I'm gonna talk some trash. Screw you up. Well, where are you? What are you thinking? Where are we going?
Get healthy, and I don't have get healthy, and we're a playoff team. As long as you stay, you're not going to get number one from OKC. So I don't give a fuck about that.
I think
As
we
long as
stay at
you're in the
home.
top 5. Well,
I
I
think
want
we
to stay
stay
in
at home.
the home,
Yeah.
but if you're in top 5, I'm fine.
Yeah, I think we stay in like top 5. Like I think we get home, and I think we'll be good. I think that's what we're gonna flirt with, that home field advantage.
My dream is to get a 4-5 first round matchup with Memphis.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
about
for
to be
some
good.
reason, us at Memphis been slugging it out all fucking year, and we've been winning them all, but they're still close. You know what I mean? Well, come on,
But
that's
they
what I
and you
want.
they've said it too, where they were like, nah, that's a team that we circle, like we want to play them, like, and
And
Ja
look,
and Jalen
like,
are
look, if we don't win a championship, you're not going to be mad because you didn't
yeah,
expect it, right?
yeah,
Give me Memphis and then give me Minnesota. Like that's what I want to see because we punked y'all and then you punked us, and we can't figure y'all out. They can't figure us out, but then they can't figure them out. So it's
yeah.
like a triad of dumbasses.
And
But
then
like, come on,
what was it? Anthony Edwards told Jabari, he goes, "Hey, get better." He goes, "So I can see you out here." And he's like, I got you." It's like it's one of those things where it's like the Ja versus Jalen, and then all this. It just I want to see that, like, because Ja and Jalen were jawing at each other, and
but
they
the
were
thing
both like,
is I want to see Jalen and Anthony Edwards too. Like
yeah,
Anthony Edwards, he outshined everybody because he closed that game out.
yeah.
Don't act like Jalen didn't do shit in that game though. Like he put up good numbers. Dude was balling. You know what I'm saying?
He was going, and I liked it. Well, Rockets fans, if you have not watched it, you are primed to watch it now. We are in the final parts of the season. Make sure you check it out. If you made it to this point, like, subscribe, drop your comments down below. In the descriptions, you can see all of our social medias from our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can follow us on all that stuff. Other than that, all love. We outie. Later.